Hey, welcome back everyone. Here we are visiting all the star forts in Florida. And I had no idea that there were so many star forts here in this state. But this is going to be a longer video. I just want to show you maybe like the distance between these places. Some are very close to each other, some are pretty far. So we'll see them all today. And you know, it's like some of these things are just out in the middle of nowhere. Some of them are right next to each other. Like, why do you need star forts that are pretty much like right next to each other? To me, a fort is going to protect like an area. And if there's already a fort in one area, why do you need it in another? So you'll see, I mean, these forts, these particular star forts here in Florida are just, I think, like, I wouldn't say they're the oldest in America because this is the second video now on star forts that I've done in America. The first one was that really grand looking one, the biggest one in the world, I called it. And that really makes me think that North America was just way older than they're telling us. Some of these star forts that you're going to see here just in Florida alone, I mean, they're all so different. They look very, very old. And I almost think that whenever settlers came, or whenever the Spanish came to Florida, I think they kind of picked the town where they found star forts at, to tell you the truth. But I mean, who am I to say? Am I just going to make up history now? Is history already made up? There's you know, it's just all fucked up and just unbelievable. Like, is this a natural canal right now that we're looking at, or was this a very, very old canal? I think we're coming up on our first star fort here pretty soon. I forget where I started. I don't know. I may have started at an airport or something. But yep, here's our first stop. And it is going to be Fort Caroline in Jacksonville, Florida. I just love the way the land looks. I like all the little tiny streams and stuff. I like using this app. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's not it. But we're getting close. And here we go. This little tiny thing. Is this really going to protect this whole region from anything? Because you put cannons on there and it has a range of what? Maybe 100 feet. So if another country came, and I mean, all they have to do is just like sail to the other side, and they are going to be missed by the cannons. So the excuse that they give now, also it was completely different how it is now. You'll see in older photos that there was actually water going around this whole thing. I think they blocked off the real purpose. See the water around it? Now pay attention to that island on the bottom. It just keeps changing. You see, there's like these cannons that are shooting the other sides of the river, and then there are those structures that are built below it. It seems really odd that just cannons alone could kill all these people. You see all the Russian water. It looks like it was coming from somewhere else. And then, like, look at that. That doesn't even look like the land now. It's like an island back then. Things just don't add up in this one. So, let's get out of here. And let's go to the second stop. It's not too far away. 20 miles. We're gonna see how long it takes for us to go 20 miles in the air using this drone. I hope you enjoy looking at the land like I do. I mean, I could just sit here all day and use the drone and fly over every inch of the world, to tell you the truth. Everything's so interesting. I'm sorry if I keep clearing my throat, but it would take forever if I stopped every time I had to clear my throat. A lot of people would like to complain about me, my videos, and my music. And I do like to reply back to a lot of commenters, good or bad. I tend to actually reply back 100% to negative commenters because I'm the type of person where if you're gonna say something mean to someone, if I'm gonna say something mean about someone, I'm gonna say it to their face. I don't like to talk trash behind a keyboard, and I will make fun of someone that is, that's not there. Like at work and stuff, I'll be like, hey man, that guy, you see, he sleeps in his car, but at the same time, I'll also say that to that person's face. So I'm the type of person, I take things personally. I get personally offended pretty easily. And people were saying like, what would make your channel grow is if you could clear your throat even more. Well, maybe I have an issue with my throat. And it would take forever if I had to stop and edit out my throat clearing. I mean, this is what I do, and I'm having a conversation with y'all. And this is what I do in real life, is I clear my throat whenever I talk to people too. Anyways, this is the second one, Fort Clinch. I don't know. I mean, sure, I guess it could protect that little runway there, or the little passageway there. I don't know if there's another way to get back through there. But, this one's a little interesting. This is just another star fort, the second one. And let's take a look at some older photos. They're probably discussing, like, how the hell did that get there? Who built that? I don't know. I don't see us at that time building something like this. I guess this could be some sort of protection. If this is the only way in, then yeah, those cannons can reach that other side. Maybe for preventing an invading sailboat coming in. So, seems kind of plausible. Some of these areas could work as some sort of defensive base. So, I mean, what's the proof otherwise? I don't know, maybe I'll have to do some other research, but what is the purpose of STARFORTS if it's not what they tell us it is? Are they some sort of energy or or what? But I don't know. I'm just showing y'all the STARFORTS in Florida, and you notice so far they're all different. So far, every single one has not been the same, including this one. And now this one is actually really peculiar, because you remember that one that we saw, the first one that had the water on the outside? It was completely surrounded by water, but then now it's just all land except for where the river is at. This one is very strange, because old photos show water all in front of it, but yet there's all this land in front of it. So did they try to block their real potential or their real purpose? Are they adding land so that like energy doesn't like beam from it or something? Because you notice the water all around it here, and then here's a bird's eye view of that same fort. It's been extended out even further, more fake land built there, and look at it's just out in the middle of the water, it looks like. But yet their real photo has it completely surrounded by land. So I think it's pretty interesting. You see, there's a real photo, and it's all covered up by land. It's artificial land, it's gotta be. Now this one is the craziest one, and we're gonna take a trip out there so that you can see exactly how far out it is. But we're going to Fort Jefferson, 70 miles out to sea. Really, it's like 68 miles, but whatever. And we're gonna take a trip out there because I really want you to see how long it would take to get out there. I'm not going to speed it up or anything. I literally want to show you how long it takes in the air, and it will probably take 2 times longer in the air in real life than it does using the method that I'm using right now. So just keep that in mind, that however long this is, I mean, it's probably 4 times longer, to tell you the truth. And just imagine coming out here on boat. There's actually boat tours that come out here. It's got to take like almost 8 hours or 6 hours just to get out here on boat. I don't know, maybe not that long, but it's super long to get out here. And already I'm scared, and yes, I'm going forward, but already I'm not even doing this in real life, and I'm already freaking out. Like, am I going the right direction or what? Because it just literally, you can see the motion, so I am moving forward. But it just, this is just how far it is out here. Out in the middle of nowhere, and they're telling us that this is a fort for protection. Sorry if I sound a little down, but I've had a stomach bug for the past couple days. Yeah, but I really wanted to get this video out. It really took a long time to edit this video, and it's been sitting here ready for voiceover, and I feel good enough to where I can at least get words out. But yeah, I know why YouTubers now say that it's not easy making videos, because really it's not. I mean, especially if you're retarded like me, as far as technology goes and video editing and shit like that. I mean, but it looks like we are definitely going in the right direction, because voila, here we go. These are the dry Tortuga Islands, and apparently this got surveyed in like 1820 or something like that, 1825. It got surveyed by someone in the government, and the higher up said, no, this isn't a good spot for a fort. But then the person who was surveying decided to go ahead and build a fort out here anyways. So yeah, it was stated that this wasn't a good spot to build on, but yet the person who built it just literally went ahead and did it anyways, and actually did it faster than any of the other forts in Florida that I have showed you or will show you. This fort took the least amount of time as every other fort in Florida. Just let that sink in. This is the furthest one in the middle of the ocean. They had to build the walls in the water. Like, look at that, half of it's in the water, and it took the least amount of time as all the other star forts I showed you. you want to make a case of impossibility, this is the strongest one I have ever seen. Things don't add up in this picture. You want to know why? Look at the lighthouse. The lighthouse there is pictured differently than any other photo. Let's see. Well, okay, maybe not any other photo. That looks like almost the same one, but just engraving or something. But keep in mind the lighthouse there compared to the lighthouse now. And they say they actually built the lighthouse first and then the fort around it. So, I don't think so. But this is really the best way to get out here, is through plane. Yeah, I don't see us selling boats out there brick by brick. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Well, this one is really... I couldn't even see it. And I thought I was in the wrong area. Because what I do is I confirm areas on Google Maps and Google Earth. And I think I see it right there. I think that's it right there. You can kind of see a little triangle there. And there's also a little triangle shape there too. I mean, who knows about these places? So to me, I'm like, well, I don't see it anywhere. Although I'm seeing some kind of like weird triangle shapes in the land. But I really can't find any definitive proof of where it is currently. I'm sure if you drive down these streets, you know, there's signs and they have it they have it pointed out and it takes you right to it. But the overview, I don't see it. It's way out here and in the middle of I wouldn't call this swamp, but there's definitely a bunch of trees around and it looks like a very sparsely populated area. So to me, I was a little confused and kind of wondering, like, well, I find these star forts through a site called STARFORTS.com. And I think the person who ran the website, STARFORTS.com, I think he literally actually drove to every single star fort in America. And he did go here and take photos of the land. So whenever I couldn't find it, I was like, well, maybe there's something wrong with his website. But no, that's what it looked like. It's kind of weird looking. It's like two different kinds of star forts. And that's what it was supposed to look like. You can see it looks pretty weird. It doesn't look like a normal star fort. So maybe different layouts mean different things. Maybe that was like a generator station or something. Yeah, there was definitely other stuff there. Well, this is why I couldn't find it, because it's been completely destroyed, or wiped out, deleted. Here are the last two star forts in this video. And I think in the uncut videos I actually traveled, maybe not the one from the ocean to the last one I went to, but I did go along all the way to Texas from here, but I cut it short because I just wanted to do a Florida one. So the next one will be like Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. But here are the last two, and you see this one is kind of similar to one of the other ones in Florida. But they were still all just so different from each other. And then the other one right across the bay. And this one looks way different than all of them. It's a triangle with the horseshoe thing. Was that a magnet at one point? You know, like a built-in magnet in the ground. But then that triangle is just off. See how it's off? I mean, you'd think with their advanced technology that they would have built it completely symmetric, but maybe there's like a reason why they have it slightly off kilter. And of course they have these stupid cannons there that, I don't know, maybe they were pretty effective back then, but I mean, all I can do is just show you pictures. There's a real photo of it. I don't know when this was taken, but this next one's a kind of a current one. It's white for some reason. I don't know if they just did that recently or not. But that looks more like it's centered than the picture I just showed, than the aerial view, but who knows? It would be cool to kind of visit these places. Here was number 7, out in the middle of the water again, it looks like. Of course, we got our stupid flagpoles that mean nothing. This is a layout. I like to look at as many different layouts as possible. Throughout the time, these things change. So maybe they blasted that section away just so we can come and be a tourist. So there you have it. All Florida STARFORTS. And we got many, many more to come in the United States of Tartaria.